I'm here with Mark Martin here at the Heritage Invitational. So, Mark, tell me how special it is to be a part of this event.
Well, this is just an amazing event, taking a lot of work by Marcus Smith and Ray Abraham and Rick Hendrick and all the people that have put all of this together. It's an amazing event, raised a bunch of money for Speedway Children's Charity, brought a lot of superstar drivers together, legendary drivers, let's say, together, and a lot of fans. Sold out crowd here today. A really neat facility that I hadn't seen before. So it's been a lot of fun.
In what ways is the IROC car different than the NASCAR stock car?
Oh, the IROC car is a cousin to a NASCAR car. It typically had a little bit less power, a little bit more downforce than the NASCAR cars. They tried to make them a little bit easier to drive for the drivers that came from other genres of racing, let's say, drag racing or IndyCar racing, open wheel, all those, you brought drivers in from every different, kind of racing. So they tried to make the cars where they were easier to adapt to, and they did a great job.
What was some of your favorite tracks that you raced on while with the IROC series?
Darlington, Charlotte, Michigan, Atlanta, all of them, pretty much.
Who's some of the drivers that you got to reunite with again this weekend? What's some of them it was just great to see again and compete with?
Yeah, it's always like a reunion, family reunion, get to see Scott Pruitt and Tommy Kendall, and I see Bobby Labonte and Kurt Busch more often, but I don't really get to see some of those guys as often. It's really cool to bring people from other series or other circles into this thing. Got to see Morissette. There's a lot of cool people to bring in into the fold.
You won 5 championships and 13 races in IROC. What was your favorite moment?
Probably the win at Richmond, side-by-side battle on the outside of Kurt Busch, lap after lap after lap. I know what kind of driver Kurt Busch is, and to be able to win that thing by about a foot on the outside after being there for lap after lap. We never traded a piece of paint, I think. Just hard racing.
Congratulations on your victory today in the IROC race. Take us through your thoughts on the race and just being a part of this special weekend.
It was cool just seeing everyone work on their cars again and get everyone together. Like Ray Abraham deserves a ton of credit. We're all like kids again, racing our cars and then really going after it. Like when Bobby Labonte snuck by me and got the lead, and then he spun, I was like, oh, where are you going, bro? And then me and Jeff were back and forth. My car was really good on the rights. His would come in good on the lefts, and it was like this nice balance. But I knew I just had to wait with the tire wear. The tires were actually perfect for our cars. They might run these on trucks in O'Reilly later in the year.
Take us through your battle with Jeff Gordon there. You are trying to lead a lot.
Yeah, I didn't want him to get too far away, and then I was able to catch him in the slow zones. He was better in the fast zones. So it was like this balance. But when I was able to nudge him, I think it was turn 16, 17, I was able to nudge him and I got him sideways. That's when I kind of took over.
That's awesome. In what ways is this track different than some of the other road courses you race in your career?
It's tighter and more delicate. You have to be really precise with things here. It's easy to find trouble, but also it's just a smaller venue. These are big cars and big horsepower, but it's just a smaller venue, so you got to really protect the tires.
Todd Parrott here at the Heritage Invitational. So Todd, how special is this event for you and to be a part of this?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, first of all, I reached out to Ray Abraham, which he called me in 2020 to come crew chief the SRX series in 2021. So, that was a very special moment. Getting to go do those races with Ray you know, with Mike Dean and Jeff Hammond. You know, that was an amazing adventure. I mean, probably the most fun racing, other than when I was actually with Dale Jarrett, winning races in the '88 Quality Care car, that I'd had, you know, and other than with Elliott Sadler in the NM's 38. But yeah, so me and him have always been friends. But we've been the fiercest competitors, you know, in the days that I was trying to win a championship, and it was you know, it was the 88, 24, and the 3 car always parked beside each other. You know, so I learned to have a respect for Ray, and me and him, I believe we learned how to have a love-hate relationship. So yeah, being here today with all of this going on, you know, the IROC series and Mark Martin, Bill Elliott, and Jeff Gordon. You know, I saw Jeff in the 10 Tenths Club a while ago. You know, we had pictures. Actually saw him at Darlington a few weeks ago on pit road. But I did a grid wall, my own grid wall, and it was cool. And I was standing there talking to Rudy and William, and JG walked up and he goes, "Hey, there's a legend." I went, "No, you're the legend." And I mean, I looked in the background and photographers were like all over the place, you know, taking pictures of us. And so me and Jeff have always remained close friends. It's been amazing. But to be here, see these guys, Kurt Busch, I mean, Scott Pruitt, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Ray Evernham, you know, Marcus Smith. I mean, he's the one that got me in here. So this has been badass.
It's great for sure. And what is your favorite car you've seen here on site?
Oh my God, my favorite car I've seen on the site. I'm not going to say just one, but I have one that is close to my heart, and it was the red Ferrari over there in the 10 Tenths Club that I had my picture with a really good friend of mine.
What's your thoughts on racing nowadays in the state
My
of
thoughts
NASCAR?
on racing these days, I mean, to me, sitting on the couch and from a 10,000-foot view, I believe the racing is amazing. Are there some things that need to be tweaked and changed? Yeah, but that's every single year. I mean, even from when I was in my heyday at Robert Yates Racing in the '88 car with Dale Jarrett, I mean, we always went to Bill France Jr., you know, and the head brass, and I called it the Big Red Trailer because the carpet in there was red, and I got called in there a lot of times, me and Dale. But yeah, it was so cool. But you know, it's like anything else. It's like any other sport, you know. Just the product is good right now, and you have a lot of competitive cars.
What's your favorite racing memory?
My favorite racing memory. Well, I'm gonna have to say that's a hard one because I've had, you know, as well as you know, I know so many. But obviously, winning the Daytona 500 in 1996, my first race as crew chief on the '88 car.
What's your thoughts on Rockingham being
Oh
back?
my God, love Rockingham. I mean, amazing. You know, we won there a couple times with Dale, and I won there with Rusty Wallace quite a few times before I graduated up to a Cup Series crew chief. And the ARCA race was amazing cars have a lot of downforce, okay? So they run close together. The Xfinity, the O'Reilly's race, you know, it was a little more spread out, but it was good racing. You know, and I think with these cars, to me, in my opinion, you know, the Cup cars and the downforce they have, and if they unlock the engines like they have, you know, like at Phoenix and in places, I mean, it would be totally amazing. I mean, you saw the crowd at Rockingham; it was huge, and the crowd at Hickory for the ARCA race. Oh my God! I sat in the stands, you know, and I took pictures of all of it, and it was like so cool.
I was there for both of those too, and it's great to see a lot of these historic tracks be on display again and have cars going around them again.
I called Ron Drager on Tuesday after the Hickory race, and he actually helped me get into the racetrack. And I called Ron and said, "Hey, listen, we got to find more tracks like Hickory in the southeast, you know, in the area." Which I understand, you know, they have Menards as their title sponsor, and they have to go out to the Midwest, stuff like that. But it was, you know, places like, they have a lot of stands. South Boston, you know, I mean, Tri-County, you know, those type of racetracks for the ARCA series would put on an amazing show.
Now, a lot of people have run on Riverside. That was a track, obviously, that was ran in California. What do you remember most about Riverside and your time being out there before it closed?
My memories of Riverside, California, are all with Tim Richmond. I mean, he's crazy. He was crazy talented at California and Riverside. So, I mean, we had so many good times. Kyle Petty, you know, that was the days when me, Kyle Petty, Will Lynn from RCR, and so we just had an amazing time. Just being friends, enjoying the area, you know, Rancho Cucamonga and Michael Waltrip. So, the racing was amazing. Of course, you saw Earnhardt pass, you know, too wide in the dirt, you know, to win the race. And Tim Richmond's done the same type of things. And, so that was my era growing up.
Do you still talk to Dale Jarrett and Elliott Sadler and some of the drivers that you crew chief?
Actually, me and Elliott talked last week after the Hickory race. I sent him a message after he finished so well at South Boston in the modified car, in the Cars Tour modified car. So, yeah, that was really, really cool.